A wonderful day from me to you, all the lovers of freedom of the patriots. God Almighty bless you all richly. The Creator that was never created be with you. The one that said the ending from the beginning will keep on protecting you and your household. You will see the end of this very year. This year will not see your ending. So please, if you lay your hand on this very broadcast, do not hesitate to share. Among your families and friends. Because we are about to enlighten you again about our gospel, what it contains. I think the last broadcast I did from here, precisely last week, I told you in the book of 2 Timothy 4 verse 7 that I, Comrade Newton Igbenigun Uduhuemen, aka Baba Udu, I reiterate here again and again that I fought a good fight of faith. That very particular verse of the Bible, that 2 Timothy 4 verse 7, is made for millions and millions of our patriots who have released you to make sure the right of the people is defended, to make sure all our wasted lives is being recollected back from the people holding it, to make sure all the negative narrative of yesterday is being changed. And if you look at today's topic vividly, I want you to concentrate on the prodigal personality. I wanted to use the word the prodigal son, but my mind tells me, Newton, why just put it on your own way. Prodigal personalities. And the reason why the black race today remain where they are is we have a lot of prodigal personalities. And we do not search out informations. We do not do research. That's our problem. And the reason for social media is for us to do more research about ourselves. There are information that is also not that correct, but there are some. If you are with your real consciousness, you will know immediately that this thing, yes. We just found out lately that this jingle bell that they do sing was something they put at the rank of our forefathers. In America those days, before Abraham Lincoln, or so if everybody that's in social media can begin to use their page or their social media handle to tackle the problem that we have, I guess it will be more better. A lot of you don't really know that Buhari is better than that's why you will curse and curse Holy Ghost if care is not taken without affecting your generation, because you are worse than these people. This was how we started the 1960 things go better. All these are useless people preaching the gospel now, instead of them to find out what is behind it. I think people are still going to jingle bed after seeing that. Now this way they put for our papa neck, those are our great-great-grandfather, put for their neck. In case if they run, the bear go to run, follow them. Not be jingle bell. They go to jingle all the way. Just look at where our people are still promoting youth to youth. They said I think the most more than not they saw the elderly once again. No? Now the hand where the youth give them. Youth is the problem we have. Who is preaching the gospel today? Is he 90 years old man? 90 years old man, not they preach the gospel. Now this youth can't go lure them. Come and give your life. I'm gonna be please share this video. I'm gonna be unveiling a lot of things to you. And it will come to not until we the youth start fighting ourselves. It don't go better. We have to fight ourselves. The old people are not even our problem. The people still promoting this very false narrative today, who are using their voice to help this remote cabal, are the youths. Look at what they are. I said jingle bell, jingle bell. That's jingle bell that they converted now. The truth are coming out. Those who have ears in here, please just kindly share. As I'm also doing mine from here, kindly share. That's why I will not wish anybody a Merry Christmas. I don't expect it from me. I will not tell you Merry Christmas. There's nothing, there's something merry there. There is something, nothing is merry there. And I'm also going to be telling people about this very false narrative that are promoting, helping our people to be perpetual bondage. They are going to get their reward. There is a reward for everything you do. Agbona my foe. At times, you may feel you have made it because you have food to eat, you have one good car. Car will spoil now. Look at that voice today now. That voice, even people with that voice now, they are no longer running away from their husbands also. They are not even running now because their husband to get money. Before, man will get money, woman they stay with them. But this time around, now things are changing. Look at our two major celebrities. I be stupid. No, let me not call them stupidity. These twins brother and that way they make comedy. They lost their wife. I be lose. Their wife leave them. Not be saying that they pursue the woman. The woman leave them. Now they're hungry. They are not hungry. What is happening? Because things are changing. Please, if you are watching, make sure you share. If you are watching right now, it is very, very imperative that you share. I am just laying the foundation. Our world is so sophisticated that we don't know our power, we don't know our mama for this activism. We don't know. If we come to a time, if they refuse to stop this very false negative narrative they are promoting, we are going to fight each other, we and the youth. We are going to fight. The fight will soon start. You cannot keep on putting on this perpetual bondage now. No, you cannot keep on now. Go and learn work now. Go and learn hard work. And forget about this gospel. If you guys are not ready to use for a better thing, go and learn work now. Go and do what I'm doing. Go and do construction. If you are sensible enough, you can be a mechanic under 1 month. Or you can be talented like that. Carry waiting with Bora come. Before these people, the missionary that brought the gospel to us, after they sold our father, they can't bring the gospel, made them take cool laws down. Was it not the Bible then? Before they start buying slaves. These are what we are supposed to think. When did God come? They already create the film of create Jesus more than 2,000 years ago, before they came and invaded us. And up to now, we are still we are still fighting war up to today. Please kindly just share as I'm also doing my sharing from here. Kindly just share, I'm also doing mine from here also. I dislike people that don't do research. You just carry one thing because you come me that thing say one or two person they do one. Eh? And this same thing, when I know they think whatever thing you are doing, what benefit is it? Technology before, most cars not they get AC those days. When they start to to the do car, you not get AC. But to my car, we don't feel your days I can see they use hand fan. They see changing. Technologies are changing. We are not changing. We that are using technology, we are not ready to change our heads. How can continue with one same thing, one same narrative? What will they gain inside? Can you be doing something that is not effective? In our life, it's not effective in anything. You guys are luring people to eat. Onto what now? How will you guys be so wicked? Please just share. Please share. Please, God bless you. Share among your friends. Because we are reiterating, we still need to correct one or two things. I can choose not to even broadcast again. You will start seeing manifestations soon. And the manifestation, I told you that all kingdom is going to go down. It's going to go now. I know you won't believe. Because all you know is that if you quit. I told you now. Go and look at UK. They enter different places again. Wherever only not for black. Black in everybody. Stand there to be corrected. Because the reason why I'm differentiating because most of the people they are very senseless now. Particularly dueling. They don't think again. That's why I'm differentiating it. Yeah, we need to women, but Most of you are useless already. You have no importance. So why would I hear you boy and so whatever thing I'm doing right now, don't even mention your name to it. You guys don't deserve it. Don't mention their names. Please, if you are watching, don't hesitate to share, please. If you are watching, do not hesitate to share this very broadcast among your friends. It's very, very imperative that you share this very broadcast among your own friends. And your family, because we have a lot and a lot to benefit from today's topic. We have a lot and a lot to benefit from today's topic. Particularly this session of changing the false narrative of yesterday. A lot and a lot to benefit from today's topic. Today's topic, it is very, very imperative that you share. Today's topic is very, very imperative that you share today's topic. And mind you, I'm going to be introducing the topic. My young market now, we have to introduce the topic to you so that you know where we are going and know where we are coming from. Also. So one or two sharing right now, maybe we continue from there after our broadcast. So please, Josh, I want to introduce the topic, then we start. Now, we talk about the reward. The reward of anything you do. We are fighting an invisible war. That's what we're fighting, but people don't know. Then the prodigal personality, that's the major key point that we're going to be using. Changing the false negative narrative of yesterday. Now, if you read the book of Luke well, and the problem I have with some of our people, and why is you guys also different? It shows that you guys are animals. And this is the Bible we have been, dealing with. Why is it that I've been able to convince a lot of people to connect them back to their spirit? Now, if you're talking about the prodigal personalities, when I was speaking to you the other day, I had a voice from above, when the God of my ancestors placed a message on me. He said, tell them about this prodigal son. That it was not all about the prodigal son went and meet his father and say, Papa, share the property and give me my share. Now, let me give it to you about what our people are promoting today, the false narrative they are promoting. The people will always say, I am not born again. People will just one day wake up that I've given my life to Christ. That is to say, automatically that person is telling you that I no longer belong to the same ancestors with you. Automatically that person right now has the same ancestors. That's the meaning of giving their life to Christ. You are not neglecting your traditional way of life, which is God-given right to you. Then you want to now follow a different God. So that wait till you see for yourself, you go bear around. Now, if you focus your mind on that very Luke 15, verse 11, there is something spectacular, and he said a man has two sons. That's why today, during this very particular scenario, you were saying the injection is bad. Another person said the injection is good. Automatically, that is prodigal personalities. We are playing. Now, this very son met his father and said, Papa, give me the part that belongs to me. Automatically, a lot of people today, what they are trying to tell you that they are born again, or they are giving their life to Christ, waiting concern you, not concern me again. That's why you see most senior sons, at the time they are able to give their life to Christ, automatically waiting the papa they do before, they do them again. I see some pastors, family, they donate money for them, make a roof church. I was giving encourage. Then you come begin to call everybody while we are paid that again. But at the initial stage, the person's life was not like that. Because he now choose to become a prodigal son, automatically the ancestors of the prayer of his father, or the blessing of the ancestor that was supposed to be upon him, they no longer give it to him again. That was why they will tell you boldly, I gave my life to Christ. Go and check them or what they blow them. And despite said that they use them, take the disguise. Nothing like giving your life to Christ or you are born again. You are who you are. The thing is just that you choose to not live a wayward and stupid life. You choose not to know what you are supposed to know. You choose not to disconnect yourself from your ancestral DNA. Automatically, the people that's in the body of Christ, they don't have a specific DNA. They were the one that promoted injection. Go and check it. The body of Christ were the one that promoted the injection. They are the one that gave it. They are the one. That's why no pastors today, even with their little level, could do research and search it. Because why? The God of the ancestors that would have given them conviction. That's why some people that are supposed to be Ikpome, they not turn their name to become Ikpome Jesus. Go and check up their life. But the real one that still lead that Ikpome to be Ikpome, if you check their life today, there is a blessing around them. Now, if I am called Igbinigun, then I choose to remain as Igbinigun. I'm adding another one to it again. I'm going to bear my great-great-grandfather's name. Because those are my fathers. Amen. I want the God of my ancestors to show me more things, to show me more miseries about the things of life, rather than me chasing a story that were written down by some certain persons just to suit up their religion. Now, like me, I never disconnected myself right from time from the God of my ancestors. I was in this very body trying to see there are a lot of things that it don't really suit me. That's why when I was in church, they look me as a bad person. It's already they follow pastor, they argue. Because I never succumbed to a lot of things. I never succumbed to a lot of things. Until I finally, now we know him. Because God have already prepared me that a day is going to come. There are so many false negative narratives that we are going to change. Now, what did the prodigal son do? He said, Papa, I no longer believe on killing fowl every day by day. Father said, why now? Papa, no, I no longer believe in it. I'm explaining to you right now on the life we are living today. Let's forget about the property aspect of it. Let's forget about the property aspect of it. There's a way I want to explain it to you. You will get it more clearer about what we are trying to do. And the reason why I put in there are a lot of our people today, they have prodigal personalities. Then he said, Papa, this thing, I will no longer do it again. This is your religion, I can no longer be it any longer. Because he met some people somewhere whose their life is different from his father's own. Who doesn't even bother to care to say, my children, go and use that water, take bath. Take bath with shampoo and every other thing. Who does not bother to care, say, okay, now you drink bad drink. Your papa put you on assignment. He look at it and say, Papa, no, I don't get time again. That was how he left. Now, when he left, he was out of his father's protections. His father's grace were no longer upon him again. Now, the negative narrative that he followed that were not part of his ancestors was no longer working for the prodigal son. Then he later realized, even people who don't even belong to my ancestors said, my papa has servants, has help. How many go live this kind of life? So, look at me today. I have no close friend. I am just alone. I am only the one that take this injection. I am only the one that is just withering here and there. Let me go and meet my father. And go and be that I need to go and be doing with them. That was how the prodigal son later came back. It's not about property or squandering money. Don't always take it as squandering money. There was a false narrative that he followed, hoping that it's going to help him because the name they gave to him was so beautiful. That's what most people are doing today. They are in the body of Christ, feeling the Suleiman you are seeing. Do you know how Suleiman became who he was? You think it was your Jesus that helped him? Do you know how Adeboye become who he was? Do you know people that sponsor these people? Do you know whether these people have sponsored? Do you know how many millions, tens of thousands that the Catholic, Their missionaries spent to Africa to make sure they establish a certain person. Do you know how Idahosa, Archbishop Dawa was established to make sure it promulgate the gospel all over Africa to pull us into mental slavery? They were paid to put us in mental slavery because they know that the very day you know who you are, you can do exploits. That was why I've been able to confirm that I am the original person on planet Earth. The rest of them were cloned and they are alien. That's why today you cannot tell me to live where I am right now. I will fight you to the last. I know my rights. I'm not talking because I have resident. I'm talking based on what my ancestors have told me. Newton, you hold the land. Now, they are talking about you. They are attributing to themselves. It was you, not even them. They hijacked it. Today they gave you the remnant. That was what happened to the prodigal son. Then when he came back, okay, the papa comes down. Wow, that is to say, my son coming back wretched. That is to say, there's something he might have seen. With open arms, he received him. Papa can't tell his son, say, tell the housemaid, go and kill the biggest calf. Now you celebrate now because it was one first lost. Now he's back again. A lot of for the Christianity of those days, they turned that very story to become he went to go and carry a woman. No, it's not about that. There was a narrative he followed. That's why there are so many people today, since they gave their life to the Christ, like things have been hard for them. They are coming back already. That your senior brother will come back and eat under you. Go and mark to this day. Because this Christianity you are seeing today was created to put Africa on their knees. It was not created to make you okay. That's why look at it, things are getting worse. The more we say we feel we are going to church, the worse our society become. Why not let's compare and contrast? What must we now do? How do we find ourselves here? Why is this the people that created this thing? Why are they not using the same thing? And what is this thing doing in our families? What is this thing doing in our families? Have you ever seen any festival that we are doing in Africa that the Oyibo are doing? Have you ever seen it? Why is it that we not carry a white man's stories? We do not bother to care about ourselves again. That's why the book of Revelation 22 verse 12, it said, behold, I come quickly with a gift in my hand to give to everyone according to his works. If you also again look at the book of that same Luke 4, 2 Timothy 4 verse 11, what does it say? It says, only Luke is with me. Bring Mark along with you because it's going to be profitable to me in this very ministry. Why was that message sent to Timothy that bring Mark? Luke not already there because there was something important about Mark. He was a father, he was a patron. He said, bring it here. That's why a lot of you today, message going to be sent across to you. Bring so and so person because it's going to be useful in this very position. The frustration of Bumade, they have not started. When I was telling you that Nigeria better pass UK as we speak. Nigeria economic situation better than UK, but because our people are aliening, they don't know. Nigeria situation, economic situation better than UK. What was it in the name they made before? The woman now don't die. Do you think we go agree? Make that man head the money. Macquarie now. Because it's collapsing. The London Bridge is falling. For those of you from Edo, you know, okay, you will not see because but for this very arena we said it. But nobody believe anybody. Now you cannot continue doing one thing and expect a different result. In the same result you are going to see. Now, ever since we were born, we have tried this thing. You have not given enough visa to anywhere. You have not sponsored any of us abroad. The most useless thing in life is what we do for a living. Then what are we killing ourselves? Why not just let for once, cooperate together and change this very false negative narrative? so that we can be able to see light. So that the power of creativity that God has bestowed upon us right from origin, it might be activated. Now look how they change it. You can do all things through God that strengthens you, or through that the computer for Christ. Now what? Now if you check more pastors today, apart from to shout and give fake testimony, most of them cannot do anything with their hand. Now the gospel that they preach, they go down. Now people, they open church. Now why not find out that thing to do for yourself? No, must the word of God be to build church? Now, won't we use the word of God to talk to our political leaders, traditional rulers? Now, if not people like us who say we must have a gene, now started talking to our leaders. How many times have your pastor ever speak against any nonsense happening in your society? All they preach about is your spiritual problem. You don't even have a problem. If your society is good today, what you pray for, you are not supposed to even pray. Imagine I just be like one small bird go fly for elephant body. Elephant not even know where that bird is. Then I saw some problem supposed to be. One small bird or rat go to jump for elephant body when elephant is sleep. Elephant not go even know. It will take an then tell us to jump for elephant body. For elephant go even know say somebody jump upon me. That's so problem supposed to be. But any little thing right now we run a casketer. And the same name we are using is a different name that will never help us or put food on our table. Whatsoever we are doing today, we are going to repeat. That's why the book of Colossians also, he said, those that planted are the one that watered. They are of one purpose. He said they are going to get their reward according to what they are put on the ground. So you cannot expect to sow cassava and rip up cocoyam. He said, whatsoever you sow is what you reap. Whatsoever you sow is what you reap. Now, what are we showing today? And what must we now do to lead this very ugly situation? If you want to know more about the false negative narrative, it does not meet you in your comfort zone. A lot of people want to make it in their comfort zone. For me today, where I am today, to have freedom of speech, I have to spend 14 hours inside on top of the sea. I would have not been able to do this thing I'm doing today. A lot of people couldn't risk it. You cannot expect tomorrow, if we have a better society, me and you go to respect equally. We will never be respected equally. Your children and my own can never occupy the same position. Nobody worry. Instead of people to agitate for a better society now, so that their children will grow up in a society where there is no fear, where there is no calamity. What are they doing? They are attending parties. Now, who is to do it for you? If you fold up your hands, I fold up my hands, who is going to agitate? Look at some Edolia today, promoting the same old system of traditional way of life that never helped us. It never helped us. They cannot give testimony today that look at what this thing has done for us. For those of you being carried away because of your kingdom, what is the kingdom giving to you? You preserve something because of the usefulness of that thing. Why do we go to farm? Because at the end of the day, we get our food from there. Why do we go to work? At the end of the day, they pay you salary. Automatically, you can help yourself and also help other people. Then you can best say, oh, one idiot or one cafe, according to you. Now, what you are protected to make sure is time. Of what benefit is it to the people? Of what benefit is it to the people? That's why what you feel you are doing right now, if you read the book of 1 Corinthians, I think 1 Corinthians 8 verse 3, it said, those that planted and the one that watered, they have one purpose. They are going to get their reward according to their labor. So don't be so surprised tomorrow at the brim where your mate are making it because of the false negative narrative we are helping this white to promote. Go to UK, you don't see any UK youth who carry the Bible and begin to disturb his people. Any small thing, God will bless you in Jesus' name. If you hand up in God will bless you, is it not okay if you guys are not stupid? Now you don't know that this very your gospel is the priest, so he putting our society more in calamity. You are not allowing the God of our ancestors to get hold and take care of their responsibility and begin to sanitize the life of their children. You are still placing another God in their life. I will give you 7 days. Woman, run mad. But that's going to be the last time. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be swearing for myself. That's how to know where we have a swear. I'm going to call you out because you got to stop this nonsense. Go and read and do research about what you are telling your people to follow. Either beware, they not beware. You are not to 40 years or so. You are not to 40 years. This was something that they used to put us on our knees. The jingle bell you are going to be celebrating next tomorrow now, going to Carolina, was a bell they put in your father and your mother's neck, so that anytime they are running away from slavery, they will be caught. Thank God for Abraham Lincoln, who stood and said this will not happen again. How many are those fathers? What have they stopped? Indian years ago, because he fought his own stepson. What have they done today that this is the broad salvation to humanity? Look at what you guys are promoting because of your stupidity. Look at what you are promoting. It's meaningless. That's why today, Oibo will look at you that you still gather yourself as a bunch of fools and nincompoop. They look at you and laugh. That's why you will never be honored on the air. But people like us, Oibo now, they begin to know that this one gets sense, this one not gets sense. They differentiated us already. Oibo right now, they differentiated us already. These are the sensible ones, and they've said it in their own mind. I can perceive it that blacks will not take this suggestion, and they'll be real blacks. You thought all of them took it? No. At the time you find out that you are alone in this very thing, it might be too late. Even when you had the news. Just the same we are talking right now. Nothing I've told you that is not going to come because I don't use excitement to do anything. I do it because it is permitted by who does it number. That's why up to today nobody talks about it. Our people now, some useless alien who supported the Jason UK, they can no longer. Why are they not forwarding it again? Why would they just talk something and they forget? Keep on saying about it. Come and talk about your age experience. How pay you? All these are the same people who does not know how to fight for their rights. Because they are dead already. Most of them, they are dead among the living. So be very, very careful who you make a friend. Be very, very careful who you make your role model. Because most role models, they were sent to come and destroy you. That is why today, you see people, you feel that people that preach the gospel, they are the most responsible people. And that one not they preach the gospel. You only talk about tradition. Now who they talk about tradition? Now be the repent. The people that preach the gospel, it is energized by the demons to make sure they put you into perpetual bondage. Up till now, the same body of Christ does not believe on the ancestors. They believe that the ancestors are Juju. Is that one normal? Go and tell the dictionary meaning of ancestors. It's not a forefathers. Then you see a white father. Would you wear your under if not because our leader have failed us, we are not supposed to be here. With the virtue of what they done to our fathers. When I saw this recently, I was surprised. So, then today now is what we are using in singing. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. No wonder some of our fathers even adopted it. Those days, cow now, who do they go here? So that anywhere you go, they ring, they go. That's the jingle bell. So anytime your father escaped from camp, it will be caught and be brought back again. But today we celebrate. Imagine we see nothing wrong in this life. We see who may come for abroad. Nobody have made it. Nobody have made it. The only hope you are right now is that you have a shelter in your house. Now that's a shelter you go to stay there for another 10 years again. For example, let's now assume Europe is close, everybody go. Can you farm? You cannot farm. Most of you cannot even go to farm. You cannot go to work here even in Europe because you are so lazy. Imagine 30-something years old boy in a Hellenic those citizens. They can't work now. Is it when it's 40? Because those ones, they have already programmed their life that give me, if I eat remain, then I'll give the next person. They have nothing they can do for the society, and they cannot even help themselves. Not to talk about changing the false negative narrative of yesterday. Oibona, they are not doing this kind of preaching we are preaching. They don't do it. But here we are agitating, advocating, our tradition is bad, our religion is bad, our political system is bad, this and that is bad. Up till now, I've been telling my people, go and mark that medicine because it's going to be revolution. There is no country in the world that will be filled with election. I've been fixed, no. It's going to be the same thing. Election will give you the same system. What revolution is the one that changed the system? Never a time. But you are only going to go to the polling booth just to say that woman like that, but be ready to make sure you take your country back if you want, if you can't. But what we feel we are doing today, we feel we are doing the right thing. But everyone have made up their mind to begin to do the right thing. Will you be called upon tomorrow and say, so and so person, come. You are useful in this very ministry. The first shall be the last and the last shall be the first. All these are political actors. Most of them are going to be in prison in the new life that is coming because they never gave us anything good. As time goes on, you are going to be seeing how a leader is supposed to be. If you watch some Congress, this thing, whatever in the news at times, you see the way they debate our own, nobody debates. Whatever any person, this person talk, we have to follow it. And we are alive today on the detriment of other persons. We are alive today because of the sacrifice that person pays. We become so lazy that we don't know how to fight for our freedom. Because they told us this name will make you to be okay, and we have been calling it. Now, this very name also, it makes you to stay long in your problem. It makes you not to think. It makes you not to use your hand to work. It makes you, cover. Instead of you to check out the kind of friends you are going on with. How does this friend look like? All you just do, as soon as you cover yourself with the blood of Jesus, then you are gone. You are gone. You don't even need to think again. It makes you not to think. Now, ever since I disconnected myself, for example, how I've been my life, more better, more healthier, that is very wise. I see things I was unable to see before. Go to scholars, people who are really read. Not these people who is watching television after they just carry on because they can open. Now, what has been working in your life? What is working in your life? Just ask yourself, which one particular thing is this very name? Okay, if I thought this name is working for me, why is it not working for the next person? Is it the sin of the person? Is it the sin of the person that made the name not to work for the person? Or it is because the name, you are not supposed to use it. Now, at times, demon does not, when you pray, demon does not come near you because they know that you belong to their clique. Is it not his head of principalities and power? Is it not the book of Corinthians? It is the head of all principalities and power. What is he doing there? Now, at the time you pray, okay, that's why they always pass over you. Because they know that they've already captured you and you're also bringing people to their kingdom. They know. That's why they leave you alone at times. When you pray, because they go wrong. That's why they leave. Now, why are they dying? Why did they also lose their children? Is the power really there like that? Why are they also facing so many mischievousness? Why with the same name allow them to go and get the injection today? They are in hospital everywhere. Now the people that belong to the body of Christ is feeling based today. Because when I was telling them, when I was leaving, I made it open announcement last year. Please, no, this year, early this year, I'm no longer in this body. Please, I declare it openly. So that better run before you see what you're not supposed to see. But thank God the word, we're able to use it to change a lot of things. And these are the same word we are using today. The same word of God. It's the word of our forefather. That's why if you see some certain parables that our fathers made those days in the Domingo do land, and if you check out the Bible, some of the things you find in the Bible, you find out that it was the word of your father that make up the Bible. Do unto others likewise what you may have them to do to you. It's in the book of Luke 31 verse 6. Do unto others. Don't be deceived, our God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, that shall reap. It's Galatians 6 verse 7. And those things, no one our father did not use. Automatically today, every one of us have disconnected ourselves. We are not born again. The very day you pronounce born again, automatically you are telling your ancestors that And if you really tell the born again, they no longer follow their father to do anything. Any prophecy that comes, they pray they are inside the house. Why prophecy that come? It just enter the family and it does not show concern about it again. It makes you to disconnect yourself from your ancestral DNA. It makes you to identify yourself with different kind of parents entirely. That's what it does. Imagine for something here, the very day I gave myself to Christ. Now, I begin to wonder, nobody's even born again. Born again for what? Born again for what? Because Nicodemus had Jesus. He said, you must be born of the water and of the Spirit. Now, it was talking about conversion of the mind. Born again here, in my own explanation, is the conversion of the mind. If you have many things, you used to use it to envy your friends. Anytime good things coming their way, instead of them to say, okay, or tell me, then you go and conjure and begin to divert all their luck. The born again means that what you used to do for evil before, you are no longer doing, that's born again. You are not supposed to be born again. You that used to bow before, automatically, you that are supposed to be a very fine housewife, do not become a who kill Torieki, who marry a negboe, who give fear to her. Now, who told you that? Now, where do you get that physical look from? Who gave you that intonation that that's the best way you can live your life? Instead of you to accelerate higher, increase your beauty, and do good, let your heart be pure towards all your neighbors. That's why most of our mothers those days, your friends will follow you come from school. Your mother will not born again, did not discuss Christianity, but your mother will cook. You know that your friends already around. You know what the way, but he go deal with say born again, so you go do your mommy, you put that food on that table. But your mom will not be born again. Go give food to make sure say or such a way you are. Anytime you have quarrel with your friend, your mother will tell you, oh, but you that is born again, you are the one right now that even go and set up your friend. Now, who is committing evil in our society if you are really born again? If you are really born again, the stories they are telling me about you, why are you behaving like that? If you are really born again the way you claim, the why you when you they play, why you they play? That's why they are born again is for them to hide some certain characters. So that to convince you and say, come closer to me, I'm a nice person. You don't need to advertise yourself most of the time. A lot of people today, they are calling me prophet. A lot of people today, you are the greatest activist we have ever seen. A lot of people today, you think you are going to be celebrated in the future. A lot of people today, you think you are only the Ituigodomigodo son, formerly known as Edo State, who have really sued to make sure we have a gene in Edo State and some other person. That's what they say. I'm not the one saying it. That's what they say. How did that? I don't even know how that name came from above and say, my son, you are the chair, you are the CEO of civil disobedience. I don't know how it comes. I did not force it up. You can see it all over me. I am in the same system you are. The same system. But I could take a drastic decision to protect what? To protect humanity. Because what I stand for is salvation for humanity. Not that the salvation you are going to get through Christ, but the salvation that God has given. That's why I came to come and answer to you today. Human enslavement has ended. All demonic kingdom in the world must go down. It must go down. Nothing can stop it. And nothing can stop what is coming. What is coming is bigger than you. When I told you we are fighting a war, a lot of people never knew that we are fighting a war. We are fighting an invisible war. That's what we are fighting. Up till now, the war continues. They begin to announce already now that this thing has started again. It don't do India. It don't work again for China. It don't see the entire UK. What are they trying to do? They are not trying to, give you another thing again now. Up to today, they are still calling people to come and take injection. To come and take 41. It is still my activism right now that is discouraging people. People have already ended the two. They want to carry on. I hear say that brother they talk. Now they say no kete na give ban. Now they say gile ma ni megile yari. Igbime evason. Attention me wa ha. Yen no sunu or hasave mafo afira afiame. I'm letting them know. But UK alien who we are talking about thought experience, who brought out their picture to advertise this very thing, they are nowhere to be found today. But I'm preaching salvation for humanity up to now. You cannot tell me if you are sensible enough, except where you are stupid. You know as your body be. Who will manage? Who will here? They damage some certain part of it. As a result of these people that carry the gospel or that carry the gospel, they did not bother to disseminate information that's going to liberate them. Up to now, what I stand for is what I stand for. That's why I don't talk about anything without mentioning the effort these people have committed. Not that I can't avoid, but I can't do without talking about it, because that's where our problem lies. If you do it, God land become a land that is full of milk and honey tomorrow. Are you going to, be a part and parcel of the inheritance? Because we are God is going to restore us back all our past glory, of which I'm letting you know right from time. That was why I was always shouting, please, please, because I know God has shown to me how beautiful He do it. God line going to be. God has shown to me I go to collapse every fake kingdom. Could you know today, Manasseh Ogyomba, they are going to be a celebrity in the new God land? Okay, you have not had it. You have not had it. Okay. That's why most of you were afraid to share a video. You'll be ashamed tomorrow that, oh, I wish I know I would have shared that guy video and screenshot it. You are going to be asked, what did you contribute? You cannot just come wipe your elbow and no wait and tell me now. For being an do song, we might take an hotel because you were afraid. Make an lie. Coward. A lot of you is going to live the life of regret because of your decision. So many of us is going to live the life of regret because of what? I don't follow and did that one. Emotional blackmail. My dear, don't advise me. Look at what Esther said in Esther chapter 4. He said, if I perish, I perish. Esther will not listen to any bagger. It was not lawful for Esther to go to the palace, so you know here. It was not lawful. Do you think nothing good in life comes easily? Before God become good, go and look at the process of fire he went through. Yeah, all the police couldn't survive. What makes you an hero is the war you fight. You don't fight war, you don't become an hero. Without you carrying the responsibility, you cannot become a celebrity. That's why, though aliening celebrity you are seeing today, a cleaner, I have a cleaner working here because all of them, they were cast into one. They were never celebrity. Who is the celebrity? People that fight for salvation for humanity. What did you do? We can even manage the one that sing through song. Whose song also you to change the message. I don't know why you boya me regona no those one we go to jail. In the new Idulan. I know a lot of you will not believe. Because now I so trust the fight I fought that it must use results. That's why we reiterate again. I have fought a good fight of faith. 2 Timothy 4 verse 7. I have finished my course and I have kept the faith. I must add it in every of my topic now. What have you fought? Did you share a video? Do you ever sit down one day and listen to the 6 million nonsense we say and also bring that sense inside? Or this bros, you already use it for shit. Chairman, and you know, say, may I give you one book on how to speak English? You never did anyone. All you know, others who. Now, look at the way people are dying. Even whatever. The people that you people say, white carpet go be spread for them. White carpet go be spread for them. They will be welcomed by your sin. I think I saw a news, this idiotic animal shouting that whether 86 Enigi signed a petition that they are going to be independent of their own. Now, maybe one of those Enigi used to join them to say, Warela do. I will not have had no one. Your Enogi have decamped. Oya we ain't your Wagiyomba. Your Enogis. I saw it yesterday, one of their this very young boy that reads mysteries, who just condemned his own life by himself by constituting nuisance, feeling he's okay. That one is dead among the living. His days are numbered. The God of ancestors will soon come. Now, if 86 Enoge, for example, have signed that they don't want to big bomb me again. Now, who are you, their subject? Who won now? Exodus 4 verse 19. I think it should be 4 verse 19 now. When God called Moses inside the burning bush, Moses was kind of a real future, confident to remember so Moses. That was when God called me, and this year I'm a stammerer. When God called me, and this year I'm a stammerer, you work with him. I mean, Moses also I mean. The only person today I can see that they were not having a role is Shadrach and the second. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They told the king, and it was even a king. And king have been making problem in this life. Also look at the book of Isaiah chapter 6. From verse 1, he says, in the day King Uzziah died, Isaiah saw the Lord. Who was Pharaoh a king? Who was Uzziah that stand against Isaiah? It was also a king, King Uzziah. So every bad king must go down. 86 have decamped. How many left? Are you? Why? Because you have the over graphene. You just see how people use less than life. God called Moses, say Moses, Moses, come here. I'm saying to very say, Baba God, I'm a stammerer. God can't give us spokesman here. Everybody here also do not. No, also do not. I know you are no problem. God give him. He said again, Papa God, they will kill me. What are they going? Moses, the people that sought to kill you, they are gone. No, did you think those 86 Enoge now will be laying curse on me? Rather than to say that boy speak, God will bless him. Who won now? People does not know. Don't follow multitude. I need one more battle. If you call it, you know, wait one more night. Guys, oh God. I need one more. I am an ego in nature. Egos don't make an ego to be balanced. Go and look at their spokesman. Or also know they are there. So in life, 86 Enige allegedly have decamped. Yeah, we are now. Who are you now? Their subject. Who won now? Who won now? More victory is coming up. Didn't I told you that every fake done will collapse? I told you now. I know you can't also share this one because you are afraid. Mad people everywhere. Oh, our mother goddess. I never expected. This is a revolution without ammunition. The highest battle that have ever been fought in this world took place in Idu land. The highest battle that have ever been fought in the history of mankind. It's been an Oredo state as we speak today. The spiritual war is bigger than the World War I and World War II combined together. 86. Here we have to Asuhungu. Now, who are these people going to be praying for now? Are they going to be praying for you, not your Asuhungu? Or they are going to be praying for who you said is Negelado? Don't you see how I've defeated you? I told you now. First one, I have to read. You must welcome me in Benin Airport there. Where I land this time. Megilo, I'm too big to pass through the land. You are going to see me as an hero because I fought the battle man and brought it. History will remember that whatever thing we said must come to pass. We are not faking it rather than this the word God Almighty. Shalom Banu Dazi have sent us, we must have to do it. The two spirit must be restored. It must be restored because we are the representative of our forefathers. A man came out and was talking about his father. Won't I talk about my father? Or one more down our Agbiragbiye? No, I'm not a bad child now. Ubogo, we are locked up after I might have done one thing. Agbe. He only said me rebel. To the last, you know. Go ask yourself. You know, a lot of people are not ashamed of themselves. Although that's how God does his things. There are way God disgraces people. 86 enige out of how many? Have the count. We no longer marry 8,000. Then what are you still waiting for? You better come and join now. Where you wanna. Well, I told you now that the first shall be the last. We're not going to we're doing you well because you fought and you lost. My own land. You even said it directly, say God will punish you there. Anything that will even make you feel, say, a boy not put a baby, then I will not lay curse on that. Because we know and say no. Why will you be having such information? Go and look for the video and watch it. 86, the count. They are tired of calling somebody Ogamba. It's a shame to accept this. You can't. The reason why I brought that, that's why when they were trying to use it, another, I put him on land again. He can't try it. He can't try it. A lot of people don't know. We are fighting spiritual war, invisible war, man. It takes spiritual. I say, carnal man does not understand the things of the spirit. So don't be too carnal now. If you have been carnal before, we're getting carnal now. Focus. Yeah, wait till you win. Always focus your attention. Look at what's happening in your domain. Where can you be able to come in? At least know about one or two things that is happening. Don't let this catch you unaware. 86. There is the kingdom or your kingdom Yoruba. Or Yoruba. Is people still ready to the time. I want you people who are listening. Look at it now. Excitement. Look at where landed you all. They're not tired. They are tired. Using excitement for everything. Don't make an ally though. That's how God does his things. That's how he does his things. You don't fight war hypocritically. And all these boys you are seeing social media today who refuse to talk about hygiene and society, what did they have to say tomorrow? Then you want to come to the same Edo? You want to come and do what now? Be where you are. Nobody will in the world. Matthew 5 verse 7. Oh yeah, I preach about Bomawa because I'm still the same page with you. The thing is just that you people lunacy. You refuse to think. That's your problem. The same verse of the Bible may quote in Mawa. That's why what was written in the book of Jeremiah 3 verse 15. He said, I will give you a pastor, which God brought me. And God, for God said that the world, he gave his only begotten son. No be Jesus, no be Robert Power, almost ever. Okay, Osaloba ma give me, I give me, so give me. Why na me we may come to pass here? Me matter where kingdom ya collapse here. Me matter a woman are talking and who got there be me back and pala. I am. Is there anything coming out from there today? I go ma we look and run away woman. A body double away there. If Italian wa we jaji. He have a burning. Avec bon il faut. You just get somebody with God that have already promised you. Or where I'm going to give you a pastor according to my heart that will feed you with knowledge and understanding, which I brought. You are still following the blood. Is it the blood, the prayer you are praying that make 86 and Nige to change their heart? Are you a part of it? Go and listen to their video. Go and listen to it. Go and listen to it. 86 the count. And according to him, or waiting have to be planted, they are not even the part of the village before. They plant them there. Or when they plant is not fighting you. What will be more than that? Look at you. The message, imagine an Idu son being vaccinated is a shame. You were having the God of Idu would have protected you because you hate somebody they sent. That's the problem you were having. Today you feel pains. I just wonder how many of Idu children would go to lovely go to their land and take over their land. Your stupidity and your jealousy couldn't make you to say no. And no is an answer to some certain problem, to some certain question. No is a very good answer. But where we are at no hour. Because you were taught, I go well. This spirit entered you. That's why up till now, why me Macron, why me Bogbe. Why I take Macron, let me go. I know I tell you, no, after all, I don't want to do my paper. But something that don't do you now. Go work a paper. If you do land tomorrow, yeah, their gene is there, but you will be coming with visa. Where we so wait to where you to go. What did you achieve in the Weibo? Right now, you achieve headache. You want to go and use your big head and your graphene oxide and your spike protein and macroditis. Everywhere you have nobody. Do you think our people that die here and there today? Their immune system is right. It's because your immune system is down. But you don't know, you feel everything is normal. Look at now, one boy came out in Italy. What for? What's a when you think it's right? Maybe a social cigar, a sequel. Who my people do? Even a year we go my before you know. Either they don't give you trauma, either they are stressing you with documents, or they just put one kind of case for your head. If you doesn't have close friends around you who also know the word of our forefathers, who are being endowed to do some certain private management or normal depression, if you tell me problem, that problem is bad. I don't even need to give you medicine. I will give you better counseling, which we know how to do. You come and give testimony tomorrow where I've changed people name war now. I've changed it. River, you will bear me witness. But look how people are falling down. Or you do children why do you with normal keep away. That's why I see wonder today. The people that were supposed to be close and say, bros, good morning. You are fooling yourself. Who were for nothing? You were for nothing. You are feeling pains for nothing. You became useless for nothing. Me, I will birthday and with him happy birthday. Now do come and you swing and but what about the 86 enigi? Are those enigi go to see me tomorrow? Me now we me baloto and me village in fiame. O one idiot. Man, I will give my boy do. Ah, boy, we do. Uhiagwe. Maybe me block. Maybe you me block here. Dom. Era me carbone. Must everybody be shelter? Nonsense. Killing yourself over something. I will come out here, give you hope. Don't do this thing again. I will say. They will never listen. Emmanuel Macron will give a law well a constitutional women also Emmanuel Macron. I have a father who don't call Emmanuel Macron. I have a God who call Emmanuel Macron. But you are afraid of him. Then a part while even though they say I should take it 100 times. Look at what all of them promoted. Is that the will of your ancestors? Up till now, we don't even know who we are. We don't know the meaning of ancestors. For somebody in Nigeria, we are no longer your control again. Automatically, the village right now, you have no say there again. Then what's happening? There's something that happening in your state. Because you does not care or man can't wear, all you know is about yourself. You are being lifted to also lift others. Whatever thing I will talking to somebody today, let not just get concluded. Carry books, go and read. Think, compare and contrast. That will make you human being. Ability to differentiate. This thing I've been doing it. Balance your account. Balance your account. This thing I've been doing it. What does it profit me? Now these people are shouting. Maybe most of your father were not one money also. Your father is one of those. Any no gonna have it to win. If it have been the looking on power, people doesn't know what they want. One of those of you know get one money because I know you know. Your father right now they come, maybe my your papa the best. Your papa don't like the thing again. And what go to have a day for? He said the people that sought to kill, he said they are out there. Why am I alone? Nene we bring avec Boua. Because in nanotech in Avia, you are going to control what you are. Even maybe man, I have a phone. I am with phone. You don't know, but they know where you are. When you let you, are coming with you. As a result, we don't value ourselves. We are not able. Up to now, nobody reading this. Nobody want to know what these people done against us many years ago. We are no longer after that again. But why are we repeating the same mistakes? Why do we not choose to repeat the same mistakes? Why are we what happened to our father to also happen to us? Why are we aligning? I can't really get it. People are not saying to know. You don't even know the Jesus. You don't know God. You don't know. You don't know yourself. Just agree. Stop protecting. Stop trying to guide an image. Just stop. Just stop trying to guide something you never know how it started. You don't need to start doing that. It's bad. You don't need to start protecting what you does not know the reason why it was formed. This thing we are formed to put black race into perpetual bondage. And now only we did it perpetual bondage. Chinese today that is doing well in technology, did they mention Jesus there? Their uncle, are they not Hindus? Did they mention Jesus there? Jama, who are they? Did they mention Jesus there? Then what's your problem? You see some Edo alien carrying Jesus as you are the one that is killing us, and the enemy do us one know what. You should stay clear. Do it on your own. Stop convincing people about it. It is bad, it's bad. We don't need it. We need God. We don't need it or Jesus. When we go down, the same you today who post everything about Jesus, everybody, who might take one Revelation 13, 16, and 17. You people they talk about. That's how hypocritical a alien becomes. That's why at times I'm pissed off when I begin to see that what they are supposed to do, they don't do it. We are when your partner man the way I'm what's you guys' problem? They have a problem over what yare. I think he might be a weapon. I'm not the type that both. I've never wanted to hear about the Jesus from youth. They gather themselves and they are using their hands to do a better thing. Most of the things we do today, they are the one that is producing it. Their father will leave company for them. They will metamorphose that company. Will become the bigger one. Just common Bible money, man. We have used it to spoil our society. Our ancestors right now, nobody values what's going on. Nobody knows. There are millions of things you can use the Bible to do if you really know what you are doing. Millions of things. I read to you the other day in the book of Psalm 126, verse 1. He said, when God comes the captivity of Idu children, they will like them that dream. That is, it can be preached like that. It's not about Zion before. Zion today can be the children of Idu. And really, it's going to happen. Really, God has turned your captivity. Look at the pains we are going through as a result of we never understand our recent domain that we are fighting war. Nobody tells you about. Most of you today, you made mistake because of who you follow. Because I told you right from the one, what you follow will determine what to follow you. Maybe are your bossy hotter. But did you listen? None of you listen. How can you follow a man that is a lunatic, an Australian wallaby? You are following a vagabond. Then devil buy ticket for you. Then you want God to come and receive you. How is that possible? As you follow an idiotic person, then you yourself became idiot and stupid. Follow no road. You know what it is not. Look at now. You are still following today. Hey, now my best. How is that person your best presenter? Because he supports a lot of useless things that's in your mind. Like what I said before, a lot of women, they prefer make their husband die for poverty than to say he cheat and he make it and their life are okay. A lot of women today, they are so sad, they prefer say make their husband die for poverty than for their husband to make friend, and that friend go show am business wey go do, wey go even make am dey use car now to celebrate that the wife prefer to make am poor. If God call some people now, I'm giving your husband a wife. Just the same way written down in the book of Exodus 21 verse 10. He said, if a man must get another wife, he said, the duties of the first wife not derived from her. Don't derive her from her duty. Don't derive it. If God appear to some person and say, your husband is married and that wife bring a blessing, a lot of people prefer to direct it. That's how senseless most of us become. People prefer poverty. But this ain't you. What you tolerated, what they tolerated follow you when you were growing up. You don't feel tolerate and follow person. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We do not have knowledge about what life is giving. We do not have knowledge about that's why today we are destroyed. I cover myself with the blood. As I'm taking it, I'm taking the blood. What are you telling me? A name that makes you to be lazy, a name that was created to take away your creative ability. They take away your creative ability. You are supposed to cut things forth. And people are calling things forth as we speak. Do you think it was your Jesus that makes 86 a nogi? Or it was just ordinary political campaign that made them to deny? That's the work of the God of our ancestors. And this whole revolution were provoked by our mother goddess. May God bless them. What are you doing? Your spirit, what you use and do. Now when your husband offend you, who do you buy progress? Oh yeah. The very day where some men will offend their wife, that is only what you use your spirit for. But people are using the natural gift God gave to them. They never polluted with the blood. Go and look at what's happening in your state. 86 enoki. They are tired of saying, oh, soon who were they never won. They don't believe that anybody soon who. I will see how they run after this people. I will see how they run after them. Is the revolution have they not started? Is this a kingdom now or a doomdom? I just pray may God touch my heart. I know all of you now by imagination. I know most of you. I know your thoughts. I know your thoughts. Why do I having nonsense in the world? I see some people brag, make them come to the city again. If better governor, who be you with 130 person? Is it not because the state has been lawless? Who be you with 130 person better governor? That now you guys can no longer use the governor. Nonsense. They play politics with lives. We are here in abroad, we are living good life. We are living a lot of things, at least always you say, you know. Now, by weapon, they will not just come and start fighting you. They blow the hair, you know. Because look at it today, it's like we are in summer. The other day I did video, I think I was wearing even roller sleeves right now. But check other places, other European countries today. Because why? Even I see a mention him, I go in the bone. Don't even put us surprise. This is how the whole weather is supposed to be in Europe. Where the SSS go today and share, we will sell over here video. They manipulated everything with their technology. It is long they started all this nonsense. And nobody asked questions. We are there because it's sweet, because they love melodious songs. There are some Weibo today, they don't even have one Christian song in their mouths. They don't even have it, but we have everything. He is the sweetest name I know. Ahuenia, who are here with Carona, Nenemi Somasome, since the Sagave, 5 gold, 5 Eru, when I have been we're celebrating or more than Kepuno Yilawa. What's in a woman, most of you, because Wamaka, because everything that happened to your father and your mother, who are you celebrating here, who couldn't come to the grumble cake, Abu Yeru Wakon, sold by this million. Then you don't see anything wrong about it. Then where we more get problem where we are most. The more we are most when we are dig nonsense. The man is here born wagbe. When I get here born wagbe, particularly if he do no wrong, now get no to survive. He have a we not long. He hate him and no man baby. I too hate him. It is about the same money give you immediate bunda or onion bag wrong bag. Most of your great grandfathers they are not so happy. They are not happy over the way they were motion blossom, over the way they were murdered. Black race, Aki black race Buana mi my no hekima. Where they tell you Jesus Christ went to the pit of hell to go and fight. It was a spiritual battle. They collected the key from Africa. You know, they had the Europe. Today you are happy here, being here. I've gotten peace your head there. Akbar. A myth of identification now become an achievement. Where is it done? Where is it done? Can somebody American now be celebrating peace? They don't even know, they don't even carry it along at times if they are going anywhere. They leave it because it's born there. It is Otoreno. Nyland. You have to fill also for passport. He hustling for passport, who do also a resident, a bear who do high BP. High BP automatically or do lead to another sickness. Huh? Nobody today have good health abroad. Why renew or say no can I reply? I might reply well, after man why you want to panic for that country for your country? But today we are happy. Hey, oh, but God that blessed me again. Now devil bless you, give you passport. Because you don't know who you are. God doesn't bless you. God, you own the land. Nobody today confirm what is wrong with our society. Nobody bloody care about it. We are celebrating nonsense. What does not add to your life, it will only, okay, now, use and travel, go to Nigeria, you come back, or you go to UK or Canada, or Montana. They'll give you passport to Spain, UK or Canada. Why are you a company? Or use and intimidate your mates. We don't care about my passport and so what? Is everybody destined to follow for passport? My salvation for you are preaching in backpack. I have few times in this very Europe. I have few times. I just have few times. I have to fulfill my mission. The time is expiring. It's expiring. And this man they drive they go, so may not even be with the resident. Yeah, because we have now talking. The reason why they become, because people were not treating foreigners are coming, that's why to the midst of identification, they want to really know whether you are the person that is talking. Under normal conditions, they know the reason why they make Africa to become a hunting ground today. If we leave Europe and America, they are done. Let me even take America out of it, because that was one of our ancestral land those days. Thank God for Abraham Lincoln was deep to save us. To save us. People that could do but who was your father? Maybe your father was Ezra. Maybe your father was a friend to Bogo or Udukweme. He was Ezra. Maybe now we don't now move to Bogo save or save so much save so because that man were military strong, you know. He have a military man. That's why I'm rebelling. My father was, you cannot exile my father. I might in this book, I keep on saying it. Maybe your father were, you know, exile. Boy, be running. That's why today you don't even care to know about your history. None of us that doesn't have history. Ask your father, what did your father know about his grandfather? Ask him. Then from there, you start combining the dots. On a very good day, imagination worry, you get a clear picture of what happened. I can vividly tell you today how we became who we are today. That's why they say man's enemy is a member of his household. You get sold by the same alien. Cash one. Ask your man because of a company. A black wageni. It was a market. And then I am a black seed there. A white market, it was we that were selling. Only people who have celebrated Christmas and the death of another person. Warrior, because you can't think. You make this very narrative. You want to die with the narrative. You want to die with it. It is their feast, not your feast. Before the missionary, how was our life? Let me reiterate and end this video now. Before the missionary came, the life in Malawi, who knows about it? And how do we not change? We are not living other people's life today. Before the missionary came, the life in Malawi, or before they came and started buying slavery, that was your original you. That was the life God gave to you. Modernized, we can really marry right now. We cannot build a block house. That is understandable. Why do we just automatically we left our culture? That's, I call it a prodigal personality. But you can still come back home. Even with your graphene on your head, with sincere heart, and begin to pray. The God of Idulan, the God of congregation, please cleanse me. You are being kune, and it will. But in Yehovah, the blood in. Why me the blood in you are? A blood in. A blood in. It's just that naturally, I value humans. I don't think I've ever deliberately one day about any person in my life. What I do is to prevent a lot of things from happening. Stop it. Because in a crossing my will affect you. That's why I go into spiritual warfare. Whosoever that is doing this, I don't send men. I don't even have men to send. But everything we have uttered from our mouth, no one that's not going to come to pass. That's why I urge us at times. This fight is not for you. Clear road, league, Bayondere. For those of you still carrying this very gospel today, you are carrying a false narrative. For those of us still carrying this Jesus today, you are carrying a false narrative, and our ancestors will soon visit you. Our ancestors will soon visit you. A way no matter how you visit you. Don't say you didn't hear. God will bless you. That's all. Stop promoting this same thing. Now do you have Vinima? Now do you have Trikima? Go and confirm the life we were living before now. Even when you take as a way of life now, no one also now. I want no way as a black person. But today, Maya Bowa, I will do your motor way. A lot of it good. You are good. If you want us to destroy your house and give you a new one, we'll destroy it. So that trauma is not bad. We don't want to even to remember if no year you go down here. That's the dulan we are going to have. If you want us to destroy the house, you know what then why you be money life in living. A lot of people go to cry. What's a man saying? Do you know where land is full of milk and money? It do land. If it's finally taken over, is the promised land to the Israelites. Do you know we are the Israelites? We are in captivity. We are in captivity. That's why there is a promised land. Edu is a promised land. It's full of milk and honey. So don't overkill yourself right now. I've told you before. You are stressing yourself over project. Video. God will so bless you and make your life meaningful that yes. When system United Arab Emirates, the government is not going to want our own will be better than that. The system no carry Libya, whereby they don't pay light bill, they don't pay anything. The system in our own will be better. Ma today's date of say good. Imagine we just be on a good heart. The purpose of God for mankind is not to live. All the taxes we are not supposed to be paying light bill or paying water bill. The government they are doing it to punish you. It's supposed to be free. Light bill is supposed to be free. Water bill was supposed to be free. Everything it's just for you to use your sense, bring it together. Even a muke's career or that's why you go to school. So that you can combine yam and this one together. You see before a model today now you now also have padal yam. People just think it. Now, who started this padal whatever? It was our mothers who initiated all this Elubo those days. Nana Dume Wodo. We started it. Where is Elubo then? Elubo do ya do every machine learning. A lot of things we invented. What the Igbo did was to modernize it. Whatever Igbo is doing today, no one will have not done. Marcus one play. The bug them my argument. When in marketing, all our witch, we kill all of them. The one we both capture during slavery, or open out for technology, We give him a low door. Why are you to unload man? Okay, how can we do it? Why are you oh it's my right for me? That was how they created plane. Oh we I am and I'm making. There was me as an over kababane awagbe. Na ya no we ba we na na. At the same as we both look for one. That's why thank God for the God that sent me out. Our sister that are mind, they mommy water and the rest, you know. We gave them encouragement. Today, most of them they are happy. They've connected themselves back to life. Most of them they are converting their spirits to make sure they may down on the they are trying to repent. Look at the book of Matthew 4, verse 17. He said, I begin to preach unto them, repent for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's all about stop the bad thing you are doing, begin to do good things. Profit you. All those are just the gospel. The gospel is as simple as any other thing. We are not supposed to kill ourselves, but rather than we need to make one or two corrections. That's what we are supposed to do. But to the reverse is the case. Because some certain person, greedy idiots, they are feeding under it, feeling now the holy path. But the criticism you are facing, why is it facing you? If really you are born again or you are Christ-like. Even the Christian, it was only our own believer, even gave you the name. They were trying to do a confirmation. Those days, these people, they are Christ-like. Let even assume the story is real. Now, the attribute today is not seen in you in any form. We are just doing assumption, became one kind of entitlement. And this people start running. Here you or him in Jesus' name. In a normal way, behave well in your word. Any spirit, worry your husband has, I can't tell Jesus. Any spirit, you need a way more talogwe. The organ of that one way. You don't even need prayers. How was our mother survived? Did they pray in the name of Jesus? They are loyal to the earth. You are born to loyal, but you are not a slave. If woman say, my husband, my house, no, my marriage, no, will destroy. Most of the homes that destroyed today because the woman supported. The woman went destroy. The woman went to go and meet a native doctor. He said, my husband is always beating me and my home is breaking. Now the native doctor give her something. So anytime your husband come from work, don't let her see this thing. After I don't greet her, or the name you don't serve it. When was my person, who never found with Nana, who marry one on a being that the native doctor don't give instructions, say not talk, or if you talk, something will happen to you. You keep on keeping quiet. After some time, the woman bought all necessary things. He said, this thing work, your husband can't change. Because when the husband finally say, the woman they keep her silent, and I say, my wife will make it one thing. You mean my wife can change like this? The woman carry gift you want to go and give to the native doctor. Now the native doctor say, I don't give you any jazz. I just use that thing to calm down so that you don't talk much again. The home will later. You are running a task, carry your husband's name to different prophets, but have you watched your character? We get by your worry. For example, only one will look himself one day. All that one worry and silent is the best answer I give to a fool now. Everybody, you will change. But if the woman said, oh, one have you, how was our mother be able, despite there was a lot of things our father did, they were doing point and key. Automatically, one move forward, your mother was a fool. We are good, better know where to you where we, but when we went and know what do you oh my. But if you work to enjoy his marriage, because there were a lot of things to keep to himself. Women are wired to stay in the world and bear a lot of nonsense. That is it. But these guys of now, the blood of Jesus Christ, why the minute time let's leave the story for another day. I have a very do state. I have a very do go to land. A lot of people don't know how this functions. Our talk, lack of respect, 50-50 marriage in the Jesus Christ in Morena. Women are no longer subject. What does the Bible say? It says, man, love your wife woman, honor your husband. That was what he said. The man is to love you, make provision for you, and everything. But when it came to Europe, the women now took the position of a man. Let me go and make the money, you stay at home. There are some useless women today. All what's happening with the book, wow, why I'm in a ban of boy, mammy, boy, why you have construction of boy, the man. But why you bomb me? Some useless women. I don't want to divert the topic. God bless you. That one is a story for another day. A story for another day. I remain your beloved brother. The proud son of the new land. God bless as many who have been in this very struggle and request for hygiene. God bless as many that is restoring the dignity of Idu Domingo to land. God bless all our mother goddess. God bless all our queen mother. God bless all the people all over the world that are standing for salvation for humanity. God bless as many of you who attended the negative false narrative of yesterday. God bless as many of you who have also blessed us by one way or the other, financially, morally, and otherwise. Who doesn't know, we keep on standing with you till the end of time. So God bless you all, and do have a nice day. Ciao.